This is better than what I had anticipated. We have seen consistent mineralization in this deposit. And but what we've also seen is that some of what we've seen at surface continues down at depth. So we have been getting some high grade surface samples in these areas, and it just continues at depth.
Welcome back inside our Proactive newsroom. Joining me now is Chris Gibbs. He is the CEO of American Rare Earths. And Chris, it's great to have you back again. How are you?
Doing great. Thank you, Steve. And thank you for having me on the program.
Yeah, excited to have you back, especially we've had some news out recently about some high-grade assay results out of Halleck Creek. So maybe take a step back and tell everyone a little bit about the program that you're doing there and where these results are coming from.
Look, what we've been doing this year, we did essentially an infill program at the Halleck Creek Project. And these latest 5 holes are really from a area where we're targeting some higher grade for really for our mine planning purposes. And what's come back has been significant. We've, as you know, we've been moving this project forward and to create this potential cornerstone asset for North America. And what we've had these latest drill results show outstanding high grade of over 5,000 parts per million in this western section of the deposit. And give an idea, Steve, some of the intercepts we've had have been truly outstanding, like 148 meters at 4,451 parts per million, including over 52 meters at 5,273 meters, and maximum ppms or parts per million for rare earth oxides of over 6,000. And then an additional hole on top of that, 161 meters at 4,275 meters. Now, we've gone down to depths of 300 meters in previous drill campaigns here, or drilling we've done, and it continues down at depth. But these high-grade intercepts that we've had are truly outstanding, and we're super excited by what we've seen.
Yeah, and you mentioned these are infill drilling, so this was an area that you knew had great potential in it, obviously. But were you expecting the numbers that you were getting, or are this showing more than you were thinking?
Look, this is this is better than what I had anticipated. We have seen consistent mineralization in this deposit, and but what we've also seen is that some of what we've seen at surface continues down at depth. So we have been getting some high grade surface samples in these areas, and it just continues at depth. So that's great to see. But we're very excited by what we've seen, and it just bodes well for this outstanding deposit.
Now, I know obviously you're working on some reports. Does numbers like this, especially what you're talking about, having already seen sort of the surface stuff and now the down depth stuff, does that really add to the viability of Halleck Creek?
Look, as you know, Steve, we came out with a scoping study earlier this year and had outstanding economics. And these results will only bode well in terms of what we're doing now for our PFS. And so it just continues to exceed my expectations, this project. And so we're looking forward to getting the mine planning and the resource updated, and then rolling this into our pre-feasibility study for next year. But now look, it's all the stars could not be better aligned, and for where I sit, this project is just truly outstanding. I know we're on a time crunch here, Steve, but I just want to really put across here that when I look at this project, our geologists have unearthed essentially the largest rare earth resource of this kind in North America. And these minerals, they're critical for the defense and national purposes. And currently, the US is pretty much 100% supplied out of China, or people are sending to China to get their rare earth oxides upgraded and refined. But this is a massive deposit, 2.34 billion ton JORC resource. We barely scratched the surface. This deposit has the capability of supplying the US domestic market for more than 100 years. I cannot overemphasize the size and scale of this thing. It is huge, and it's in the United States, the largest economy in the world, which desperately needs these resources. So, Steve, I could not be more excited.
It sounds like yes. One last question. Infill drilling still continuing? There's still more to come there?
Now, look, we've completed the 2024 drill program, and but we are looking at what we do for further drilling into next year. But the real focus as well is really coming out with this PFS into next year and just continue to move this project forward. We are also working on the permitting for this project with a section of this project on state land. The permitting, we believe, will be less than 2 years to get this permitted. And as you know, we've also partnered with BMO Capital Markets, who are our strategic partner, and we're currently working with them on a number of things as well. So a lot of things on the go, and we'll continue to move this project forward at a clip.
All right, we'll leave it there. Chris, thanks so much. Congratulations on these numbers. Very interesting, and we look forward to our next conversation, okay?
Hey, thank you, Steve. Appreciate it.
All right, Chris Gibbs, the CEO of American Rare Earths.